Walk into any dealership parking lot in America this weekend, and you'll see two kinds of cars. On one side, the ones glowing under the showroom lights, the ones with the badge everybody wants. On the other side, parked quietly near the service entrance, are the ones nobody's talking about, the ones that actually make financial sense. Most buyers never notice the difference until the loan is signed, and the first year's depreciation report shows up like a slap in the face. After years of looking at real ownership numbers, repair invoices, trade-in values, 5-year cost projections, you start to notice a pattern. Some cars are built to make you feel something in the first 6 months, and then quietly cost you for the next 5 years. Others don't try to impress anybody in the parking lot, but they protect your bank account like nothing else on the road. Today we're counting down 5 vehicles that are, in plain terms, ripping you off. Not because the automaker is committing fraud, but because the real math of owning one works against you in almost every way that matters. Then I'm showing you 3 vehicles that do the exact opposite. 3 cars worth every single penny. Let's be clear about what ripping you off means here. Nobody's stealing from you at gunpoint. These are vehicles where the sticker price, the depreciation curve, the maintenance bills, and the resale value all conspire against the person who signs on the dotted line. You're not getting scammed. You're getting outmaneuvered by the numbers. If this is the kind of straight talk you want, before spending real money on a vehicle, subscribe now. I've got a lot more coming on the cars dealers push hardest, and the ones that actually deserve your money. Let's start the countdown. Number 5, the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Number 5 is the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. And this is not a bad vehicle. It's big, comfortable, and has serious presence pulling into a country club driveway. That's exactly the problem. It's built to sell you on presence, not long-term value. Independent cost of ownership data puts the Grand Wagoneer's 5-year depreciation at around 57%. You're buying a vehicle that starts in the neighborhood of 6 figures, and after 5 years it's often worth around $43,000 to $44,000. Add fuel, insurance, and maintenance, and total 5-year ownership cost can run past $100,000. I had a customer cross-shopping a loaded Grand Wagoneer against a well-optioned Chevy Suburban. Same seating, same towing capability. The Wagoneer had more chrome and more wow in the driveway, but the Suburban held its value dramatically better and cost less to insure. He bought the Wagoneer anyway, and if you can afford that gap and you love the vehicle, that's a legitimate choice. Just don't buy it thinking it's a smart long-term asset. The Grand Wagoneer isn't mechanically flawed. It's a capable, well-equipped SUV. The issue is that you're financing a luxury badge the used market simply doesn't respect the way it respects a Suburban, a Tahoe, or a Toyota Sequoia, even when the vehicle itself is sound. Buy it if you want the badge and plan to lease or trade every few years. Skip it if you're trying to build long-term equity. A Suburban, Sequoia, or well-kept Expedition will keep far more of your money. Bottom line, the price tag writes a check the resale market refuses to cash. Number 4, the Mercedes-Benz EQS. Number 4 is the Mercedes-Benz EQS, and this one hurts a little more because the technology is genuinely impressive. Quiet cabin, smooth power delivery, a dashboard that looks like something out of a spaceship. But impressive technology and smart financial ownership are 2 different things. 5-year depreciation projections put the EQS around 47%, with some estimates showing it losing more than $54,000 in value over 5 years, and total ownership costs pushing past $115,000. For a 6-figure vehicle, that's an enormous chunk of value evaporating in your garage. This isn't a knock on EVs as a category. Plenty hold value reasonably well. The problem with the EQS is the combination of a premium price tag with a fast-moving, unstable luxury EV market. A flagship electric Mercedes loses its shine fast once a newer model with better range or updated software hits the showroom. The tech that makes it exciting on day one is what makes it age fast in buyers' eyes. A retired engineer I know brought in a 2-year-old EQS with barely 20,000 miles, mechanically flawless. The trade-in offer was almost half what he'd paid. Nothing was wrong with the car. The market had simply moved on to newer EV platforms, and the depreciation curve on luxury electric sedans right now is brutal. Buy it if you want cutting-edge EV luxury and plan to lease. Skip it if you want a vehicle that protects its value. A certified pre-owned EQS, 2 or 3 years used, after someone else absorbed the steep first drop, gets you the same technology for a fraction of the price. Number 3. The Maserati Grecale. Number 3 is where the numbers get genuinely alarming. The Maserati Grecale. I love what Maserati is trying to do. Take that Italian badge and exclusivity and put it into a compact luxury SUV people can actually park in a normal garage. But the depreciation data is about as harsh as it gets in this segment. 5-year depreciation estimates run around 79%, with resale value projected near $20,000 after 5 years. A vehicle that often starts north of $65,000 to $70,000 new can end up worth barely more than a well-optioned Corolla by the time it's 5 years old. The Grecale sells emotion, the Trident badge, the exclusivity, the idea of driving something rare. That pitch works beautifully on the showroom floor. But used buyers pay for reliability, reputation, and parts availability. And Maserati, fairly or not, has a reputation problem in exactly those areas. That reputation follows the car straight into the resale market and crushes the number. A colleague had a client trade in a 3-year-old Grecale with under 30,000 miles, in excellent shape. The trade offer left the guy stunned. A car that cost him $68,000 was worth barely a quarter of that a few years later. That's the Grecale in a sentence. It doesn't lose value gradually, it falls off a cliff. Buy it if you want exclusivity, and treat the purchase as a luxury experience, not an investment. Skip it if you expect to sell within 5 years. A BMW X3, Audi Q5, or Porsche Macan will protect your money far better while still feeling upscale. Number 2. The Land Rover Range Rover. Number 2 is a vehicle almost everyone wants and almost nobody should buy new, the Land Rover Range Rover. It's genuinely one of the most desirable vehicles on the road, but desire and financial sense rarely travel together. 5-year depreciation on the Range Rover is estimated around 74%, and on top of that steep value drop, maintenance and repair costs over the first 10 years of ownership can run close to $19,749, according to cost of ownership tracking. Range Rovers are loaded with air suspension components and complex electronics that are expensive to service even for routine work. When something goes wrong on higher mileage examples, you're not looking at a $200 repair bill, you're looking at 4 figures, sometimes for a single suspension component. Independent Land Rover specialty shops exist specifically because dealer service is so expensive that owners look for any alternative. A neighbor of mine bought a used Range Rover, thinking he'd gotten a steal at nearly half the original sticker price. 6 months later, an air suspension fault put him into the shop for a repair bill running well into 4 figures. He still loves the vehicle. He just wasn't prepared for what affordable used luxury actually costs to keep running. Buy it if you love the vehicle and have budget cushion for surprise repairs. Skip it if you need predictable ownership costs. A Toyota Land Cruiser or Lexus GX gets you serious off-road capability without the financial landmines. Number 1. The BMW i7. Number 1. The vehicle that represents everything wrong with how new luxury EVs are priced against how fast they lose value. This is the BMW i7. The i7 is an incredible piece of engineering. Silent cabin, massive rear entertainment screen, a driving experience that competes with anything in the segment, but the ownership math falls apart. With a starting price around $145,875, the i7 is projected to depreciate roughly 55% over 5 years, landing near $66,000, nearly $80,000 gone, on top of charging, insurance, and maintenance. 2 reasons this happens. The flagship luxury sedan market has weakened overall, as SUVs eat into demand, and EV technology moves fast enough that a flagship electric BMW from a few years back starts looking dated next to newer battery and software updates, even if the driving experience hasn't gotten any worse. A financial advisor I know leases exclusively for this reason. He'd never buy an i7 outright, because the lease company absorbs that brutal depreciation curve, not him. He gets the newest technology every few years and lets someone else eat the loss. Buy it if you want flagship EV technology and plan to lease. Skip it if you're buying new with cash expecting to keep meaningful equity after 5 years. Buy 1, 2, or 3 years used instead, after the original owner absorbed the worst of the depreciation. So that's the 5. The Grand Wagoneer, the EQS, the Grecale, the Range Rover, the i7. 5 vehicles that are, in different ways, working against the buyer's wallet even while they're doing exactly what they were designed to do behind the wheel. Now let's flip the script completely. These next 3 vehicles don't try to impress your neighbors. They don't chase status, and they're not going to make anyone's head turn in a parking lot. What they do instead is protect your money at every single stage of ownership. The purchase price, the depreciation curve, the maintenance bills, and the resale value. These are the 3 that are worth every penny. Worth every penny, number 3. The Toyota Camry. We're starting with the Toyota Camry, a top pick for 2026 in the mid-sized car category from Consumer Reports, earning that spot with real numbers, including 48 miles per gallon overall in testing, now that it's gone fully hybrid. It's not trying to feel exciting in the showroom. It's engineered to feel serious enough that you respect it, and reliable enough that you never think about it again. Cost of ownership tracking puts the Camry among the cheapest mid-sized vehicles to own over 5 years, with total projected costs around $34,297, a fraction of the luxury sedans we just covered. The shift to a standard hybrid powertrain across the lineup is exactly the kind of boring but brilliant decision that saves owners real money. No separate gas-only trim, no complicated turbocharged engine chasing performance at the cost of long-term reliability, just a hybrid system refined over 2 decades of Toyota development. A client of mine almost bought a used European sports sedan with a documented history of electrical issues because it looked more exciting. I pointed him toward a 2-year-old Camry hybrid for thousands less. A year later, his only expenses were an oil change and wiper blades. The Camry doesn't just cost less to buy, it costs less to regret. Who should buy it? Anyone who wants a dependable daily driver that sips fuel and doesn't demand attention. Who should skip it? If you genuinely need sporty handling above all else, look elsewhere. The Camry isn't trying to be a sports sedan, and it never claimed to be. Worth every penny. Number 2. The Honda Civic. Number 2 is the Honda Civic, another top pick for 2026 from Consumer Reports, this time in the small car category. Cost tracking places it among the lowest total ownership cost vehicles on sale in 2026, with a projected 5-year cost around $32,541 and depreciation of roughly 24%. Compare that to the 79% we saw on the Grecale. What makes the Civic worth every penny isn't flash, it's consistency. Generation after generation, it's delivered an efficient engine, straightforward maintenance, and a chassis that genuinely rewards a driver who cares how a car feels on a back road. Proof that economical and enjoyable to drive aren't opposites. A young teacher I worked with compared a used Civic against a German luxury compact at a similar price. The German car had more badge appeal. The Civic had lower insurance and a maintenance history that read like a spreadsheet of routine, predictable service. She bought the Civic. 3 years later, still no unexpected repair bill. The Civic doesn't just cost less to buy, it costs less to regret, exactly like the Camry, and that phrase applies to both cars for the same underlying reason. Neither one is fighting a depreciation curve or a repair bill behind your back. Who should buy it? Anyone who wants genuine value, low running costs, and a car that's actually fun to drive. Who should skip it? If you need serious cargo or towing capacity, this small car was never built for that job. Look at a compact SUV instead. Worth every penny, number 1. The Toyota Corolla Hatchback. Here it is, the clearest example of everything this video has been about. The Toyota Corolla Hatchback comes out as the vehicle with the lowest total cost of ownership in 2026, according to Cost of Ownership Tracking, with a projected 5-year cost around $30,541 and depreciation of just 20%. Put that next to the Grecale's 79% depreciation. That gap is the entire argument of this video in 2 numbers. The Corolla Hatchback isn't trying to sell you status or impress your neighbor. It's a simple, well-built compact car with a reliable 4-cylinder engine, a well-sorted chassis, and decades of Toyota reliability engineering behind it. Built to still be running well, still holding value, a decade from now. A retired couple I know cross-shopped a Corolla hatchback against a small luxury crossover, costing nearly twice as much. They loved the crossover's interior, but once I walked them through the 5-year value gap, the decision made itself. They're still driving that Corolla, no surprises, no drama, no regrets. This is the vehicle I'd put my own family in without a second thought. It's the one I recommend more than almost anything else when someone asks me what to buy and keep for 10 years without thinking about it again. The Corolla hatchback isn't trying to impress your neighbors. It's trying to protect your bank account. And it does that job better than almost anything else on the road today. Who should buy it? Anyone who wants the lowest realistic cost of ownership available in a new car right now. Who should skip it? If you need serious interior space for a big family, look at a larger sedan or SUV. This one is built for efficient, low-drama daily driving, not maximum cargo room. So there it is. 5 vehicles where the badge, the technology, and the prestige are working against your wallet: the Grand Wagoneer, the EQS, the Grecale, the Range Rover, and the i7. And 3 vehicles that quietly do the opposite: the Camry, the Civic, and the Corolla hatchback. To be fair, none of the first 5 are bad vehicles. If you can afford the depreciation and love the badge, there's nothing wrong with buying one. Just go in with your eyes open and don't confuse impressive with smart investment. And a neglected Camry or Civic can turn into a bad buy just like anything else. Before you buy any used car on this list, get a pre-purchase inspection, pull the service records, and remember, maintenance history matters more than the badge on the hood. If this kind of honest breakdown helped you look at car buying differently, hit like, subscribe for more straight talk on what's actually worth your money, and I'll see you in the next one.